So today we're working on an Odyssey. I'm Brian. Hello. And I got a new mustache today. I call this a smiley mustache. I curve it up on the sides and do a chin beard, kind of Abraham Lincoln. But I never do them together. But anyway, to the point, now that everybody's quit watching this video because they feel I'm horribly unprofessional, I was wanting to get rid of them hosers anyway. So, this is the wheel hub bearing assembly. To get to this, you just need to take off the brake. You take off the tire. Everybody can do that by now, I hope. You take off the brake drum. Use M8 by 1.25 screws or bolts. You just bolt them in there. It'll press it off. Then take brake parts cleaner. Put a bin underneath. Get it all cleaned off. You can use water, whatever you want. And then you take off the nut. It's a 36mm nut, I believe. Was it or not? I don't remember. I had to eat dinner. My wife made me go in the house, so I forgot. Anyway, it's 36mm. You take that off. It's going to be a little tough. You can knock up the, don't get it pregnant, just knock it with a chisel. That could be horribly embarrassing for some people to misunderstand that, so that's why I clarify. You just get that, knock it up out of the way, take the spindle nut off. Before you do that, you got to take off this little cap. You just take a screwdriver and a hammer. Just tap, 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 rotate it, tap, 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 and then get a bigger one, and then stick it in that little opening, twist, and you get it off. So once you get all that off, now you have to get a specialized, expensive puller. No, I'm just kidding. You just take your hammer. Now this bearing's bad, and the reason we know that it's bad is it goes whoa, 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 whoa at 30 miles an hour, and it goes whoa, 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 whoa at 50 miles an hour. Did you catch that? So anyway, it's toast, so we don't mind hitting it. Just hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, and put your thumb in the middle, and it just slides right off. Now if you don't replace this and you let it get really bad, see, when you turn this you can feel it. It just kind of knocks as you turn it. You got your ABS ring on there, and that's all fine and good. But when you go to put the new one on, same thing. You just slide it on, put your nut on, torque it down to 181 foot-pounds, and then at the top of it, you get a chisel or a heavy-duty screwdriver. Bam! And you just hit it so that it doesn't back off. If this comes off and the wheel is bolted to this, is that wheel going to come off? You bet your sweet mustache it will. So you want to make sure that you ding that properly. And that's how you replace a wheel hub bearing on your little Honda Odyssey minivan. It's not too bad. It's a pretty easy job to do. It's a good, you know, there's level A, B, and C if you use motor or Chilton or whatever. It's a A. It's a pretty easy one to do. And just make sure when you're taking your wheel off, if you're a real beginner, if you're a true level A, that you break your lug nuts free. When I say break, I just mean crack them. You just put on your little socket on the lug nut and then loosen them before jacking the vehicle up, and that way when you get it up you won't be just spinning it. You can have somebody step on the brake, you know, if you want, while it's in there like that, and it'll still work. So anyway, hope you enjoyed my video. It was this fun to make for me. I hope it was fun for you to watch. If you want to see more videos like this, you can click replay. Just kidding. Click subscribe, and then it'll go into your feed. When you click your name, your username at the top, and it has a drop down menu. You can click subscriptions, and then if I have anything new, you'll see my smiling face in a little square, and you can click on that, and there'll be another fun video like this, and you're just going to get smarter and smarter all the time. Click thumbs up if you liked it. Thanks. Special bulletin. This just in. You'll notice this is a lot shinier than the old and busted one I just had there. Well, my inner race isn't going in all the way, but that's no big deal. I got that 36mm socket that I just had, and you can just tap that in there and get that to seat in, and then things will be good. This one needs a little bit more love in the top. I can see that it's the closest to the spindle nut. And the other thing I was going to mention is that when these go bad, you can see how you've got these inner races and they're split apart. Sometimes these inner races will start to spin on the spindle. You know, funny, you know, play on words how that would ever happen, but it happens. And if that happens, you've got some bolts. Let me pull you out of the tripod here. You've got some bolts back up in here that you can get to through the spindle plate. You can see my finger in there. Boop, boop. So you can pull those out and you can pull the whole spindle off and get a new one from the dealer or the junkyard. And that way, if yours gets all chewed up from the race being spun, from the bearing being horribly bad, you'll still be all right.